Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is your host with the most, A.K.A., also known as Nelson. Thank you for checking the channel. If you're new here, I welcome you. If you're an old comer, thank you for sticking with us. As usual, I like to give a disclaimer before we get into the meat of the video, but for this particular video, it's very special because I'm gonna give you three quick disclaimers. The first one, for some reason, I've just been yawning like crazy today, so please excuse me. I have to yawn in the video that caused you to yawn. By all means, I'll take full responsibility for that, so I'll put that on me. My second one I want to give real quick is that this slew of videos that I'm probably going to post in the next few days or the next coming of weeks is in collaboration with a very particular and special young lady that I was fortunate to have a very enjoyable conversation with a few days ago by the name of Brittany Simon. What you probably see her name in the title, like hashtag, excuse me, excuse me, first birthday. I thought it was gonna be none young. Anyhow, Brittany Simon, which definitely is someone who's would be, I suppose, in a way, my senior in this YouTube game since she's been on here on the platform probably 5 plus years. I think she's been around for maybe 10, but I'll say for to be safe, if she's watching this, to be safe, man, I'm just gonna say 5 plus years. But anyhow, just give y'all a little context as to how that conversation kind of came about is a few days ago she had posted, well, it's been about a week since she posted on her channel a little short video just asking people, please leave in the comment section, what are thoughts or certain things you would love to brainstorm about, and something I may not have covered on my channel that you guys would definitely be interested in seeing. And I was like, well, I've been watching her content for maybe about a few months. So I was like, I got a good sense of where her head is at somewhat. I don't know her personal like that. So I was like, okay, let me just toss my head in a ring and let's see where it falls. And ring, ring, ring. To my surprise, a few days later, I got a notification on my phone, saw that she replied, and from there, we're here. So, this video is essentially going to be the introduction to this series of videos. I'm going to cover on resentment, more specifically on generational resentment, is what I'm going to cover for this installment of it. Because you never know what I may cover in the future. But anyhow, real quick, because hopefully the video's not gonna go on too long. But before we get into the meat of that discussion, I just want to again just let this be the introduction so we can get into it, or we can have a firm understanding, or I'll put it like this to be more specific. This video, the whole purpose of this video is not just to be an introduction to this series, because this is gonna be part one of it's considered like a mini series. Lord, let me not stumble on my fucking words. Oh, y'all, please stay hydrated. And to going into the next few weeks that I'm going to cover. But before we go into that, I just want to make sure we have firm understanding about resentment. And I'm going to put the definition in itself into the description box below so that it's always going to be a constant reminder of what are we specifically talking about, or what do we mean when we're discussing resentment. And more specifically, I'm talking about the etymology of resentment. Now, for those real quick who've never heard of the word etymology before, and you're kind of curious as to what does that mean, well, just give you, I guess, the layman's terms. Etymology is just the study of words and where do they come from, or where do they originate from, for the most part. So, real quick, I want to read over the one that I found. And of course, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. It's going to be in the description box below so y'all can check it out for yourselves. Resentment. Noun. Deep sense of injury, excitement of passion, which proceeds from a sense of wrong offered to oneself or one's kindred of family. And so, with that definition being said, the basis of generational resentment is like this. And for anyone, and I put like, I'm gonna use this analogy to describe what I'm getting at. If anyone's ever played the A.K.A. games, or for those who don't know what that is, the Assassin's Creed games or the Assassin's Creed franchise, and I'm not gonna spoil anything for any of y'all who ever want to check the games out. Ooh, that was a long one. Excuse me, y'all. But you've played the AC games, excuse me, the Assassin's Creed games. The thing is, the premise of the games are based off of the concept of, let's say, if you could access the memories, the experiences of your ancestors through your DNA code that's obviously passed through your generations. And so, here's the thing that's interesting about that is with their experiences, you can also feel the traumas, the memories, and whatnot within the game as you're going through their memories and you're going through their life experiences and what have you. So here's the thing. As much as, of course, the concept in itself might seem to be very superficial, or it may seem as if that's only in the realm of science fiction, so to speak, I say to myself, well, what if that concept is not so far fetched as some people may think it is? Now, I'm not going to say that's the only thing that sparked this idea in the back of my head. What also made me think about this is because if you guys have ever, because some of y'all might not have a great relationship with your parents, biological parents, what I'm talking about. Some of y'all may not know your biological parents. A lot of y'all may not even know your roots in terms of your generational chain or the link over time that your family comes from. And if you notice that, certain family members might have certain traits, not just physically speaking, but mentally, emotionally, might even spiritually have certain ties with each other that stem from some point in time within your lineage. And I also want you to understand, y'all, is that when I'm talking about generational, I'm not specifically just talking about within your family. I just want to make sure that's understood. I'm saying that's one way we could perceive it. But the grander scale of it is that when I'm talking about generation, I'm not talking about your family in that instance. I'm talking about us as a generation as a whole. What did we take from the previous generation? What did the previous generation take from their previous generation? And I'm saying, how far back does it go? Because here's the thing. Now, real quick, y'all, if you've seen my video in regards to is money the root of all evil, in that video I had said that money is not necessarily the root of all evil, it is a branch or is a root. It might be a big ass root, but it doesn't make up the intricate system that it runs underneath the ground. There's a bigger source. There's that key root that was sprung first. There's the seed that was soiled into the land. The question being is, y'all, we have to ask, what sustains that tree to keep it growing? Why does it keep growing? Who planted it in the first place? Who's maintaining it after all this time? We have to ask ourselves that. And that's the question I posted on this video. Not this video specifically, but I posted on that video. And again, you can go back on my channel, you can find it. But the point being, and I'm going to end the video on this, is this, y'all, is that when we're discussing about generational resentment, what I'm going to do is I took down notes in the discussion I was having with Brittany, and there are going to be 3 vocal points that I'm going to cover first. But they're going to be in their own separate formats, or separate videos to be more specific. And I'm not gonna say that's the only thing I'm going to cover, but that's probably where it's gonna start. We'll see what comes from there. But anyhow, just so you guys know, most likely she's gonna cover this herself on her channel, which again I encourage you to please go check out, because she's most likely, with her experience doing this for so long, she's gonna probably tackle this topic in a much more digestible and more enjoyable manner than I would. But I'm still gonna get my shot. But again, if I'm not your cup of tea, but if she is, I implore y'all, please go check her out. Show your support. She does have a Patreon that she does a slew of things. It's only for $1. So if you got $1, and while I'm saying that, I am not a patron, but I'm not gonna say I won't be a patron. But I'm just saying, if you do enjoy her content and whatnot, please go check her out on there. Definitely probably get more bang for your buck in that realm. Because y'all, actually, let me give this real quick, y'all, when I'm thinking about it. Because I'm saying this right now. Let me put my thing right here before I leave. I do want to say this, y'all. And I hope people understand is that on YouTube, if it was not for, and I'm talking about today, when it comes to YouTubers making their own revenue, the thing is, when it comes to, let's say, taking revenue here on YouTube, they heavily rely upon, if not entirely upon, ad revenue. So what I just want y'all to understand is that on YouTube, typically speaking, you're getting, for the most part, free content. The thing is, the advertisers are the ones who are paying folks to put ads on their videos. And in certain instances, there can still be ads put on the video, but that folks who are the content creators of said video may not get paid. But I'm bringing that all to say this, y'all, is that if you have an opportunity to not just fund somebody, but if you truly rock with someone and you really do enjoy the content that they provide, then I would say that no, do what you can. And I'm not saying you have to pay. Let's say for Brittany, don't feel like you have to pay for the Patreon, but just know that your presence is felt. If you really want to show support, again, y'all help with the algorithm. I'm not just saying that for me. I'm saying for any of your particular favorite YouTuber or any of your particular content creator. Share a like. Excuse me, put a like. You can dislike it. Dislike if you want to. Comment in the comment section. What else? What else? What else? No, or just in general, what I'm trying to get at, y'all, is just know that we truly appreciate your presence. For better or for worse, we truly appreciate your presence because it gives us that feedback to want to keep going. Because sometimes the thing is this, and I had this conversation with her, and I told her that for me, the biggest thing about being a content creator going forward from this on my own, because again, for y'all who may not know this, I used to do a podcast with a friend of mine about last year. And we only stopped it a few months ago because just certain things in the background just wasn't working out like we would have intended. But it is what it is. But in the midst of talking to her, I told her that wanting to do this and wanting to get my own channel started, put these videos out, is that I ultimately have to enjoy, or let me not say I have to. I want to enjoy the process of wanting to get these things out. But sometimes, unfortunately, like I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth. This is the third time I've recorded this video because for some reason the first two times I did it, something just fell off. And I don't know what specifically it was until I was just, please excuse the camera shaking a little bit. And I was trying to figure out why is that. And I think one of the reasons why is because, not to say it's on you guys, it's not necessarily on you guys, it's on me. To say it's just, I guess I question, or I guess, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. A part of me is kind of concerned if I'm going to resent myself. So we're talking about in the realm of resentment. And this is probably something, again, I'm gonna cover in the future. But I guess in a way, I'm worried that at some point in time, I might resent myself for putting forth effort into something that perhaps was just never meant for me. And that's something that has been kind of like weighing on my mind for the past few weeks. And I guess I just never really had vocalized it. And I did share this with her in our conversation with Brittany. And it just made me think about it now as I'm redoing this. But like I said, I can probably go more definite in the future. But like I said, let's just be a quick introduction to this series. And I'll see y'all next time. And in fact, I'm gonna give y'all a real quick Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna give you a quick tidbit of what we're gonna cover next. It's going to be create a timeline. That's what we're gonna create a timeline so that we know where it's or where we're currently at. How far does it span back to so we can get to the starting point and or the catalyst to all this resentment that's been going, and going for the longest time. But with all that being said, y'all, thank you for checking out the channel again. If you like the videos that I'm putting out, a like is appreciated. If you don't like the videos that I'm putting out, a dislike is appreciated. Comment in the comment section your thoughts and concerns. Again, it doesn't even have to be related to the topic of the video or anything like that. Just comment wherever you may think was on the top of your head. Again, if you want to subscribe. If you don't want to, you don't want to, perfectly cool. But with all that being said, y'all, thank you for giving me your time. And y'all, just I hope whoever's listening, listen, be calm. Whoever's listening to this, be it if you're from across the world or across the fucking universe, somewhere in the fucking 100 years, just know that I appreciate you really giving my time. For me to give me your time and know that I am grateful that me giving my time to you, it helps you in some form or fashion. Just know that comes from the bottom of my heart. But I'll see y'all later. Peace.